still setting up the own line. It's all right.
It's all
right.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. On second and 9, Watson forced out to his left.
Oh, you know how to slide.
He was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
L2 and square, okay.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
First down, Houston.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Alert. 50, Mike's 50.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Oh!
Open, that's Kiki QT complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
What's your ranking on your own line?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
That's comparable to you that you play with, so you're not playing with, you're not playing with everybody like me.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it.
L2 and X.
Up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
You was about to come
Not
back
a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Oh, we got to hold on. We get doing defense.
Brings up 2nd and
LSU.
From the 50, it's Watson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Reset. 19. Right there. 54 miles. Ready?
Throwing on third down, Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Was you able to watch it? I was trying to go to
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the pass.
I'll be doubling
to the
star
air yet
player,
again.
and then you go to the other side.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, I do that sometimes, though.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point.
No, but then you audible, like, if I say, oh, he's going to run it now, but then you audible out it.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Your players to go. I know you be doing your players to do a streak, a curl. I'm like, but I can't. After that, when I'm like, he audible too much.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Like, play the ball.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, come on now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Nick Malone.
You thought about it. You said, oh, wait, hold up. Let me go back.
The 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's what be getting me, too. I'll be watching
guy catches the ball out of the backfield.
And then when I look up,
it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
See?
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go, defense.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts them in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And then my screen look is messed up. I don't know how I flipped to widescreen.
54 Right here.
Yeah, but it switched. I don't know why it did. here you go.
To throw is Watson.
Oh!
Got his man. It's caught.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to it.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
But you hold down the X to pass the pass, right? I mean, precision pass.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
All right, did you like how I ran it back on you the other day? I was like, oh, he didn't like that. I was like, I was getting whooped, but I was like, it's all right that I lost, but I ran it back on him. That was sweet. I don't
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Oh, you just push it up?
Here's Carson.
Oh, what is it? Oh, it's a run play?
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
23 yards, the final tally.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
On first down, pro size. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Yeah, sometimes
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They had 2 superstars right in the It was
on 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And then he was accurately passing. I'm like, Tom Brady can't run, so I'm like, oh. He was throwing dimes. I'm like, damn.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he's going to go down again. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decide if there's a time to be aggressive, now is it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. To the goal line but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position really as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The one that's been stopping you. I ain't been playing nickel this game. Let's see.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
I can tell when you're doing a zone because there don't even be nobody
on 3rd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I was trying to get actually the other guy to go.
Going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
So don't say nothing.
Here's Wilson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Do you put aggressive? What do you hit when he goes? Look. You just a little bit in front. But I should be able to go for the ball and be aggressive. You let you.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
It don't matter, but let's go quarter. You said dollar. I don't think dollar have them all the way back. Usually I do
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. 55.
The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out right. It's complete to Fuller. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Oh, what is that?
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
No,
didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Whoever that was.
Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Do this.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20.
Acceleration? What is it? That's a 9.
All right, give me 1 second. Where is coaching? Oh, coaching is not on this screen, huh? Coaching, no. Depth chart, okay.
20-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Watch the run. Switch. 25. Take it.
Get him.
24. Let's go.
On 1st down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start.
All right.
They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Oh, somebody play with him?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Strong right.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
You know who I got? Let's see.
3rd and long. It's Wilson.
Oh!
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
I see what you do.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
If you wasn't there, I would have had it.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
All day.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 48 yards. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
Here we go. Here we go. And 31. Sponge. No, it's free.
Watson. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Get 14. All I was trying to do is get 2 touchdowns this half. I'm still.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Let's go. Run this back on.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
What? I see him.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And way past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. 54. Let's bring it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, he didn't run with it.
Back to throw, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's what I do.
Throwing again is Watson.
Oh,
toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Now see, why my dudes don't got hands like your dudes would have picked that. So,
and this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play action for Miller. Now Watson rolling to his right.
He's trying to throw it to. Get him, boy. Get him. Oh, look at him.
And he's going to lose yardage here.
Finally.
As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Look how I'm blowing CC out. 42-7. He got 7 points. He all right. I know. That's why I'm not.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Yeah, how you get out the window?
They will indeed snap it to Watson. incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
You can't block me. You can't block.
Now it's Wilson. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game.
Flush to his right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call a position.
Play your position. Why are you going out there?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Wilson completes it to Dixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here's another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more, could have had our shutout.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side.
Come on, Kitty. What's up, Wagner?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Here's Watson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Get it home. Where you at? Get it.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting it right here.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. To throw is Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here we go again. 55.
Third and long. It's Watson.
Oh, good
And the
hands.
throw there going to be
Hands,
incomplete.
baby.
Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Four down. 50, Mike, 50. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Let's go,
Picked
Waggy.
off by the
Let's
linebacker,
go,
Bobby
Waggy.
Wagner. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that.